right. It is 7 o'clock Mountain Time, so I'm getting ready for another 30-minute session of In the Lab with me, Dr. Tracy Gibbs. I've got a really great, I guess you could say, educational piece for everyone tonight. In fact, we're going to dive deeply into the super berry and the super veggie blend, or what we call our superfood blend, in the one. So I'm just going to give it here a minute or two for everyone to log in. Got 20 or 30 people on right now. Let's wait until we about double that, and then we'll start. Thanks for joining in. Tim, how you doing? Jeanette, thanks for joining me again tonight. Hello, Kay from Texas. I guess before I get started, while I'm killing here another minute, I spent the weekend in Montana here on Friday and Saturday. My uncle was inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame. And so I got to see a lot of long-lost cousins and aunts and my uncle, of course. And I didn't realize, but a lot of my cousins and one of my, well, actually, I guess she's my cousin, yeah, lives in Dallas, not too far from Stephanie in Rockwall, Texas. I've got another, I guess it'd be a cousin once removed, but I always considered him my cousin because he's similar age to me, in Austin. So I can't wait to get down to Texas more often because now I've got family there. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to another session of In the Lab with Dr. Tracy Gibbs. I'm the Chief Science Officer for LifeWise. Tonight, I'm going to be giving you all some detailed, in-depth, special information on some of the ingredients in the one that a lot of people look over. We always talk about the whole food multivitamin complex, right? And the trace minerals. I know a lot of people focus on the digestive enzyme part, which is like 5 times stronger than digestive enzyme blends from former companies that I used to work for. Our probiotics is 9 times stronger than former companies I used to formulate for. And now we're going to talk about our organic vegetable blend and our certified organic fruit blend, combined what we call our superfood blend in this product, the one. And again, just for those who are new and may not know, we call this product the one simply because it really is the one and only product you need for all of your nutritional purposes. Now, I'm not talking about specific categories of supplements that you might need. For example, anti-aging or anti-inflammation for pain management. You might need an additional supplement for sleep, or you might need an additional supplement for mental focus, or whatever specific issues you have going on. But just talking about the basics of your body's nutritional needs, the one is all you need. It contains all of your vitamins and minerals. It contains all of your superfoods that I'm going to cover tonight. It contains all of your omega fatty acids that you would need on a daily basis. It contains all of your probiotics and enzymes and trace minerals that you would need on a daily basis. That's why we call it the one, all right? And it comes, for, again, those who are not familiar, who might be listening for the first time, it comes in this convenient, easy to use package, which you just tear open every morning. And if you look at the back, you can see that there are a blend of 6 wonderful chlorophyll capsules. And by the way, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about tonight is about chlorophyll, plus 1 of a vegan omega fatty acid capsule that comes from sea buckthorn oil. I've done trainings on sea buckthorn oil before, but maybe it's time to do another one. Maybe I'll think about doing that next week, but we'll see. Anyway, this is the product that we're going to be focusing on tonight, and just one particular portion of that. If you go to the back of your panel, for those who have your product and you want to follow along, I specifically am going to be talking about are what we call the organic vegetable blend and the organic superfruit blend, which combine make up our organic superfood blend. This is a certified organic blend of fruits and vegetables that I'm going to be talking about tonight. Now, I already mentioned that we have 9 times more probiotics than, previous companies that I've worked for and their products, and 5 times the amount of enzymes. Well, we actually have 3 times the amount, almost 3. It's about 2.8 times the amount of superfood in this blend than previous companies I've worked for in the past. So, when we talk about just the sheer potency of these things, I want you to know that they are at legitimate doses. They are at doses that have clinical impact and can change people's lives. And I'm going to go over a lot of those studies, the clinical studies that have been done on some of the ingredients in this product. And just know again that we have the dose in a lot of these studies that I'm citing. I'm not going to cite studies that we don't have the same dose as, because number one, I think it's misleading. Number two, it's not honest outright. So I'm only going to cite about 6 different studies that we'll talk about where we do have the dose in this product that would correlate with this study. But let's start off first, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the super green blend, with the exception of the main active phytochemical that we find in green foods, and that is chlorophyll. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time on indole-3-carbinol, or what is commonly referred to as I3C, which we'll talk about a little bit later. I'm going to start by reading, though, just the ingredient list, and you can follow along with me on the super green blend. Now, again, this is organic certified. This is a blend that I buy from a company that I've been working with for almost 25 years. The owner of this company, Dave Sandoval, and I go way back. We have filed some trademarks together. I think we filed a patent together. It's been too long. And unfortunately, Dave, if you're listening, I haven't spoken with you for a long time. I know we need to catch up. I'll look for you at Expo West or at Supply Side this year. But anyway, Dave's a great guy. One of his goals is to change the world. He wants to provide the best quality ingredients for companies out there. And so he would pick, he's actually the guy that brought green kamut to America. He was the first guy to start marketing a special freeze-dried version of green kamut. And then since then, his company's grown to provide a myriad of different whole food, organic certified fruit and vegetable powders, which retain their nutrient level. That's one of his proprietary methods of drying to retain the nutrient levels found in these foods. So I buy both the green blend from his company to use in LifeWise products, as well as the organic berry blend as well. So I'm going to list, starting from the top, this blend. And again, you can follow along on the supplement facts panel. Alfalfa leaf juice, barley grass, oat grass, wheat grass, chlorella, spirulina, broccoli, cabbage, kale, parsley, sea kelp. That one's really good. We'll talk about that one a little bit later. Broccoli sprouts, which is different than broccoli. Okay, it's higher protein content, higher indole-3-carbinol content. Dandelion leaf, which is great for your liver and kidneys. Excuse me. And dulse. Dulse is another one of those superfoods, high in chlorophyll. Now, the most commonly asked question I get regarding this blend, when people see the barley, oat, and wheatgrass, you guys are thinking of the question already, right? It's, oh my gosh, I thought this product was gluten-free, and yet there's barley, oat, and wheat in here. No, there is not barley, oat, and wheat. There is barley grass, and oat grass, and wheat grass. For those who want more detailed information, or who are experts on celiac and gluten and things like that, the next question they ask is, well, these grasses have been known to be cross-contaminated, and sometimes they contain the seeds and things like that. I will tell you the harvesting techniques when these grasses are 4 to 5 inches tall is when they're harvested. They do not grow your 14, 18, 24, 36 inches tall before they develop the grain. So it's physically impossible for our source of wheatgrass, oatgrass, and barley grass to contain gluten because it is zero contamination with grain. And we also have it independently tested and certified that it is gluten-free. Now, your typical gluten content on a gluten-free product has to be, according to the FDA, in order to say gluten-free, you can have up to 20 parts per million of gluten in your product. Isn't that crazy? We think gluten-free means gluten-free, which would mean gluten-free, which means zero in my mind. But no, the FDA hides things and says, oh, you can have up to 20 parts per million and still call your product gluten-free. Guess what our gluten testing came back as? 0 parts per million, okay? 0 parts per million. So we don't have 5 or 10 and then get away with calling it gluten-free because that's what the FDA allows. We have 0 parts per million of gluten in the entire product of the one. But specifically, we tested it for gluten because of the barley grass, oatgrass, and wheatgrass that is contained in our products. And I wanted everyone to feel safe when taking it. And by the way, we have right here, you can see it on the package. See the little gluten-free seal right there? So you can feel safe when taking this product. Even though you may have customers that freak out when they first see wheatgrass, oatgrass, and barley grass, just remind them that grass is not grain, okay? There's no wheat grain, there's no barley grain, and there's no oat grain in the product. Only the grass. All right, I'm going to skip, and we're going to talk let's talk about indole 3-carbonyl first. You notice there's a lot of cruciferous vegetables in this blend, particularly the broccoli, cabbage, kale, broccoli sprouts, and dulse. Now, the reason why I added those particular ones into this blend was because they are high in a phytochemical known as indoles. Indoles are actually the blues, a very light shade of blue. I know people think that like broccoli is green and that cabbage, especially purple cabbage, is purple because we call it purple cabbage. But I want you guys to do something for me. This will be really fun. And you can all post on Facebook afterwards too. I want you to buy some purple cabbage. I want you to chop it up and I want you to stick it in a bowl. Like a white bowl would be best so you can actually see the colors. But a stainless steel bowl is great too. Put it in a bowl and fill the bowl up with water. Let it sit overnight. And then take a photo of what you see in the morning. And you can do the same thing, by the way, with like broccoli or things like that. But purple cabbage is the best because it's the highest in indoles. Indoles are blue. When you wake up in the morning, it's going to shock you, but your bowl will be full of blue water. So if you want to make a highly nutritious water beverage that'll taste like purple cabbage, do this and you will be drinking blue water all day long and everybody's going to ask you, where the heck did you get blue water? And they're going to think you put food coloring in water. No, it's the indoles. Indoles are a shade of blue in the phytonutrient world and they are super powerful for your immune system. In fact, some of the best clinical studies on cancer and cancer suppression and immune system support, particularly NK cell boosting, come from the indoles in cruciferous vegetables, which are found in the one. Enough said about indoles. Let's get on to why we call it the super green blend. It's called the super green blend because of an amazing phytochemical known as chlorophyll. And we all learn about chlorophyll like in 8th grade biology, right? It's the thing that makes things green. I'm going to list 8 benefits of chlorophyll. And this is why we have green chlorophyll-based capsules. It's why we've got a green blend in our product because green is super healthy for you. Benefit number 1, chlorophyll helps control hunger and cravings. So it can be a wonderful part of any weight management program that you are incorporating in your life. Number 2, this is interesting, and this is where I'm actually going to quote a clinical study because we have the dose in there, right? Chlorophyll controls body odor. Many of you may or may not know that. Chlorophyll is good for your body from the inside out, literally, and I'm reading from a quote here from the study. This includes body and fecal odors. When tested in a nursing home with 62 patients, one study of 100 milligrams of chlorophyll, that's all it was. We actually have 2 times that, all right, reported improvements in the odors emanating from the test subjects, including odor reduction in body odor and fecal matter. Taking chlorophyll was also associated with less constipation and gas in the senior citizen home among these 62 patients. Isn't that cool? So you want to help with body odor and, smelly gas? Take chlorophyll. Right here in the one. All right. Chlorophyll also encourages healing. All right. It promotes cleansing. It protects DNA against fried foods. This was an interesting study, and when I looked at the dosage, again, I'm going to cite this study because we have that dose. Fried foods, and this was a marketing portion for this study, but I'm just going to read it. Fried foods aren't just bad for your health in your waistline, they also contain chemicals known to damage your colon tissue and the DNA of your colon cells. This is what we find in the epithelial lining of your colon, all right? In one study, people who ate fried foods coupled with proactive foods, which included at least 100 milligrams of chlorophyll daily, were observed to have less DNA damage in their colon cells. Now, to me, and I'm not going to make any claims here, but when we talk about cellular colon damage, the first thing that pops in my mind is, of course, colon cancer and the polyps in the colon that have to be removed every time you go get a colonoscopy or something if you're 65 plus years old. Anyway, I found that it was really interesting. The crossover study in chlorophyll's ability to remove ingested aflatoxins, which are found in fried foods, and carcinogenic, showed that there was a 95% evacuated aflatoxin content in fecal matter after taking chlorophyll. So in other words, chlorophyll helped expel these toxins that can cause colon cell damage. I found that pretty interesting. Benefit number 6, super potent antioxidant action is a benefit of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a known antioxidant. Number 7, effective at Candida albicans. Now, this was a different study than the colon study I just cited, and it was particularly modeled around Candida, which, as we know, builds up in the large and small intestine for people who eat too many processed carbohydrates. So again, taking chlorophyll on a regular basis can help prevent the buildup of Candida albicans, which is the bad yeast that builds up in your body and can become systemic. It enters your bloodstream and travels throughout your whole body. And there have even been studies showing that Candida can get in your brain, by the way. And then number 8, promotes healthy iron levels. And I think we all understand and know that dark green leafies are higher in iron than non-green leafies, all right? So those are the major benefits of our super green blend. And again, I could probably go on for another hour just about kale and parsley and sea kelp in particular, which is high in iodine, which is great for thyroid function. You know, if you're low in thyroid function and your doctor tells you you need to be on Armour thyroid or a T3 or T4 prescription, I guess I shouldn't name any brand names of thyroid medications, but a lot of times, and I have spoken with many thyroid experts and endocrinologists who tell me that a simple dose of 10 to 50 micrograms of iodine every day can prevent a lot of people from having to take thyroid medications because it kind of sparks your thyroid into action, helps your body produce the hormone that your thyroid glands produce. And sea kelp, by the way, is 1 to 2% iodine. So for every 100 milligrams of sea kelp, you're getting like 1 to 2 milligrams of iodine, which is way too, well, I don't know if it's way too much. If there was nuclear radiation fallout or something, that might be beneficial to take. But again, you only need iodine in microgram doses to boost thyroid function. So, all right. Yeah, I could talk about all of these. Dandelion leaf, man, I've read studies on dandelion leaf for the liver and kidneys that'll just amaze you. It works as a diuretic. It's great for kidney function and whatnot. But I don't have much time, so I have to get on with the super berry blend. So if you want to jump back down to that next little section here on your ingredient deck, the organic super berry blend, we're going to blow your mind with some more information now, all right? Let's just start with the Indian gooseberry, commonly known as amla extract. You guys, there is a whole network marketing company that has founded their company on the benefits of amla. So I'm just going to list them, the 5 or 6 major benefits of amla. Supports healthy blood sugar levels, supports healthy heart function, anti-aging, supports healthy collagen production, healthy liver function, and supports a healthy immune system. All right, enough said about amla. It's amazing. It's in our product. You don't need to join a whole nother amla berry or Indian gooseberry company because we have it already. All right. Pomegranate. Pomegranate is one of my favorite super fruits because it contains a very special and rarely known phytochemical known as punicolagen. I know it's hard to say. Punicolagen. Let me see if I can spell it for you. Punicalligin. Punicolagen. I would love for you guys to research this on your own time because punicolagen combined with a specific probiotic, which is also in the one, as this probiotic ferments punicolagen in the GI tract, it triggers your body to produce a mega antioxidant known as urolithin A. I would love for you guys to Google urolithin A, urolithin-A. It's the most potent antioxidant in the body, and it is only found like in the human body, and only the human body can produce it. It can't be ingested or anything like that. Now, there have been a couple of companies who have synthetically produced urolithin A, but I don't know if I trust synthetic isolates for my health. I'd rather have my own body produce it. But the main reason I put pomegranate in this blend is because of this punicolagen, which is helps your body produce a major antioxidant, all right? Now, punicolagens have been shown to have anti-inflammatory effects, improve heart health, helps, I can't say this, never mind. The C word, okay? I'm not supposed to say that online. Both C words, there are studies on punicolagens, and it shows that it helps support healthy brain function and also reduces the risk of diabetes because it supports healthy blood sugar levels. Are you guys seeing a little commonality? Acai helps with blood sugar levels, which we'll talk about later. Amla helps with blood sugar levels. Pomegranate helps with blood sugar levels. We just might be onto something with this product, all right? Acerola cherries, I'm not going to talk too much about. Everybody kind of knows that it's common that they are high in vitamin C, but what a lot of people don't know is that they are also high in vitamin P. Vitamin P is citrus bioflavonoids. Acerola cherries are some of the highest sources of bioflavonoids, because acerola is not a citrus. Anyway, bioflavonoids, vitamin P are essential to use combined with vitamin C to promote healthy skin production, healthy blood sugar levels, things like that. Black currant berry. There is also another network marketing company built solely on the benefits of black currant. The major health benefit of black currant berries is maintaining and stabilizing blood pressure levels, all right? Blackberries, some of the highest sources of antioxidants, but not the highest, but we'll get into that one later. Actually, we'll get into it now. Blueberry extract is the highest source of antioxidants of any North American berry, all right? Not talking about South American berries, we're talking about North American berries, but blueberry is the highest source of antioxidant. It contains The antioxidants that help support healthy cholesterol levels, supports balancing blood pressure as well. It's very beneficial for your eyes. In fact, when I was younger and looking in microscopes all day long, you can see one of my microscopes right there behind me. I still do that a couple times a week, but when I was doing it daily, every day, I would take deliberately a cup of blueberries every day just to support my vision, because their studies show that it prevents hardening of the capillaries that lead to your eyes, thus improving blood flow so that your iris stays soft and pliable as well, which helps with myopathy, your near and far-sighted vision, things like that, all right? Cranberry, we all know, hope you know the benefits of cranberry. Most of the studies surrounding cranberry are regarding UTIs, and it contains a phytochemical that prevents bacteria from adhering to your bladder and urethral lining, so it's becomes more difficult for you to get UTIs when you take cranberry on a regular basis. Grape, super high in polyphenols, particularly the grape skin is high in resveratrol and proanthocyanidins. You can Google those words later. Tons of clinical studies on those. Goji berry, you guys, another whole network marketing company was formed pretty much just around the goji berry. And then there's another big multi-billion-dollar network marketing company that it's one of their best-selling products. It's more commonly known as the wolfberry. And again, you don't need to jump ships or go to a different company to get it. We have it already. Benefits, skin cell production. You know, taking the one combined with radiance, have you noticed how many times I've said help support healthy collagen levels and skin cell production? All of these nutrients combined with radiance can be super beneficial for you. Acai berry. Another company was built just around acai berry many years ago that almost reached $1 billion. It wasn't $1 billion company. I know you guys have heard that it was $1 billion company. It wasn't. It got to like 900 million though. So, I mean, who's knocking that? It was a great company for a great time, made a lot of people a lot of money, but it didn't get to $1 billion. Again, I'm just speaking the truth here, okay? Anyway, it is a nutrient-dense food high in antioxidants as well as trace minerals. But guess what is 12 times more higher in antioxidant activity than the acai berry? It's called maqui berry, and we have it in here too. I believe it's macayi is how they pronounce it, but we say in America just maqui berry, right? There's another company built just on maqui berry. Now, it didn't get as big as the acai berry company did, but it's 12 times more powerful in free radical scavenging activity than acai berry. I know there's a company out there trying to revive acai berry, but that's like old news. And there's a berry that's 12 times better than it, right? And this particular berry, maqui berry, has multiple clinical studies showing that it boosts the immune system, strengthens bones and joints, increases cognitive function. There's some phytochemicals in there that help blood flow to the brain, rejuvenate and restore. I can't say that. Help support healthy vision. Okay. Improves digestion. I almost quoted directly from the study though, by the way, regarding vision. Okay. Decreases or supports healthy inflammation markers and promotes healthy skin. Man, it's hard to cite studies without violating these crazy FDA laws. All right, even though there's studies to back it up. And then the last one we haven't talked about is raspberry. You guys, raspberry's high in a phytochemical known as ellagic acid. Ellagic acid in particular helps support healthy vision. And what it's most famous for is stabilization of blood pressure levels, so healthy blood pressure levels. You guys, the super fruit blend that I just covered, that alone can impact your life tremendously. And yet again, I wonder, how many of you have made it a habit to take the one on a daily basis? And how many people around you, your neighbors, friends, and family, who could use the one on a daily basis? It is our best-selling product, but it's not selling enough, all right? There's about half of our total enrolled distribution base out there that aren't taking it on a regular basis. Now we've got everybody taking different products that they love. That's great. You know, we've got tons of people on auto ship, lots of Clarity being sold, lots of Radiance being sold. But I'm telling you as the Chief Science Officer, this is your foundation product. This is the one. And if you want to boost your immune system, you can take the Shield. With the one. If you want healthy sleep patterns, you take the one in the morning and you take your Dream at night. If you want healthy cognitive function, you take your one in the morning and Clarity whenever. I take it 2 or 3 times a day. I take it in the morning. I take it in the afternoon. I took one before this Facebook Live. If you've got pain and aches and body aches, you take the one in the morning and you take this as needed. I take 2 to 4 every day. Sometimes I take more. In Montana this last weekend, I had a little migraine. I had to pop a couple extra. Yeah, this is the foundation. Everybody in LifeWise should be on this, on auto ship, every single month. And you and your family should be on it too. So get that 4 packs so you get 1 pack free. Okay? That means you get you on it, your spouse on it, your teenage kids on it. If you got 2 teenage kids, then guess what? You got 1 free to give to grandma who needs it too. Okay? And she doesn't want to pay for it, which is why she hasn't joined your company yet. So you give her the free one and call that your charity because we gifted it to you. All right? Thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope all of you guys share this information and, you know, on your own time, take your time to study some of the ingredients that I talked about and some of the phytochemicals that I talked about. You will not be disappointed when you get out there and educate yourself, and you'll be able to speak better on these products when people say, oh, the one, that looks like my multivitamin. It doesn't look anything like other multivitamins out there. I don't care if you were in past companies or other companies that claim they've got whole food or whatnot. The one is far superior. So thank you for tuning in tonight and for spending your evening with me in the lab. I'll see you all next week. Have a good evening.